Hey ladies, Sarah here. I wanted to do a short video to scratch the surface of talking about hormones with you. Talking about how to balance your hormones to restore your energy and live with optimal health. Hormones is a huge topic, one that we could dive into much deeper. But let's just talk about the basics today. How would you know if you have a hormone imbalance going on in your body? Well, let me ask you, do you have ongoing fatigue, a weakened sense of immunity? Do you ever get lightheaded, shaky between meals? Do you suffer from insomnia, particularly from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., or wake up in the morning after a full night's sleep but not feel rested? Do you get a case of the afternoon blahs? Do you crave sugar or carbs in excess? Do you feel tired, moody, have stubborn weight gain that won't come off, or hair loss? Well, any of these could be a possible sign of a hormone imbalance. So it's become so serious amongst women today that 1 in 8 women will have a thyroid disorder in their lifetime. And the sad part is up to 60% of these women won't even know it. It will go unnoticed. Now, the other main hormone besides the thyroid I wanted to touch on was cortisol. So cortisol is the main stress hormone in our body. Now, it's normal to have an elevated sense of cortisol in any kind of emergency situation where you have to react. That's giving you that burst of energy you need to handle a stressful situation. But if you're feeling that way, with stress and anxiety, when there isn't an emergency situation going on, it could be that you have an elevated level of cortisol in your body, which can lead to a slew of other health problems. So what we're talking about is the adrenal glands, which sit right above your kidneys and are responsible for releasing these hormones into your body. And I'm sure you've heard the term adrenal fatigue. So that's another lump sum, a way of saying your hormones are stressed out or out of balance. So what can we do about it? Well, let's look at it in two ways. Okay, let's look at what we can do internally through diet and nutrition, and let's look at what we can do externally through lifestyle. So that's what we're trying to do with this group, is we're trying to offer a support network for us ladies to get both of those aspects in alignment for your higher self. And de-stressing is a major, huge thing when we're looking at the external solutions. As women, we can be over-givers, right? We are over-giving, over-caring, feeling like we need to give all of our energy to our children, to our husbands, to our pets, to anything, and we bend over backwards to the point of extreme fatigue. So one of the main things we can do is hit the pause button. And with this group, I'm trying to invite you to do that in any way that feels good to you, is just hit pause. Return to your breath, practice some yoga. Anytime you're feeling stressed, to maybe just sit and breathe, practice that release meditation. Work on saying no. Work on saying, no, I can't do that today. Or if your child is asking something of you, it's okay to say no to them. No, you can play that by yourself right now. Mama needs to sit and breathe and rest. Sleep is another huge, huge, huge one. It's so important that you are getting quality sleep, the right hours of the night, in a nice darkened room with no electronics in your bedroom, that you're having a stress-free, peaceful nights of rest. And then learning how to manage your time. We're going to go into that next week, because by learning really helpful tips with time management, we can cut out parts of our day that were not serving us, and realizing we have little pockets of extra time that we didn't know we had, that we can use to nourish ourselves with yoga, with breathing, with prepping food, so that we have the right foods on hand available to grab instead of turning towards unhealthy options, which leads me into the internal aspect of balancing our hormones. Now, we can do so much just through diet and nutrition. So really what you want to do is avoid a diet that is high in sugars, in refined carbohydrates, and bad fats. Okay, because what's happening there is your pancreas. If you have a diet too high in sugars and refined carbs, your pancreas is releasing too much insulin into the bloodstream. It's releasing it at like freaking out at a rate of like that. And your body cannot then turn that insulin into the fuel that your body needs, and so it's storing it as fat, which is the weight gain aspect, and could even lead to type 2 diabetes. So what we need to do is remove those things from our diet and replace them with loads of vegetables, green vegetables. Eat them, make that the base of your meal, and on top of that, add your healthy fats and your healthy quality proteins. And what the fat is going to do, it's going to slow down the absorption of the glucose into your bloodstream, and that's going to allow you to feel satisfied and satiated. So all of those cravings, those afternoon cravings where we just grab the chocolate, grab the coffee, grab the bag of chips, the cookies, anything that's handy to try to help us push through those afternoon blahs, if we were having enough healthy fats earlier in the day, we are going to feel satiated because of that slower release and absorption of the glucose into the bloodstream. So it's really important in the morning when you're eating that you're getting those fats and lean proteins in the morning. So don't just do fruit and a piece of toast for breakfast, because that's just going to spike that blood sugar and it's going to lead you feeling hungry, and you're going to have a crash and you're going to want more food right away in a couple hours. Whereas if you got that satiated with that healthy fat, and I'm talking coconut oil, grass-fed butter, avocados, that's going to make you feel satiated at least, into 3 hours. You should be able to go 3 hours without feeling like you need something else, the craving, that food has a hold of you. You want to be in charge of your own nutrition and not feel like a craving is driving you. So another aspect internally is your digestive system. So the hormones are so intimately connected to your brain, which is the mood, and to your GI tract, your digestive system. So I'm sure you've heard the term leaky gut. So we have to start healing, repairing the lining of our intestines. That's going to allow our food to be absorbed, our nutrients to be absorbed in the healthy right way. And all these refined carbohydrates and sugars are damaging the villi of our intestines and allowing proteins to slip into the bloodstream and causing serious health conditions. So to heal our leaky gut, we need to be paying attention to pre- and probiotics. Again, these healthy fats, bone broths, collagens. The immune system is 70 to 80% regulated by this gut lining, and serotonin in our brain is up to 90% related. So it's so important that you pay attention to food intolerances. Lots of people are gluten intolerant. Lots of people that have a diet high in these carbs and these grains are having this leaky gut syndrome. So you need to start checking in, keeping a food log, seeing what foods are irritating you, asking me or another professional if you have questions about this, and we can dive into it further. The leaky gut is also a huge, important topic. So one thing we can do is, like I mentioned, the diet high in green vegetables and healthy fats. But there's also some other supplements that can really aid to balancing these hormones and keeping us in track. My favorites are adaptogens. Adaptogens are going to help manage the stress in your body, this cortisol level. It's whether you need more or less, depending on where your hormone is at, the adaptogens know. They know if you need more or less, and they can help regulate that. Some of my favorites are ashwagandha, chaga and reishi mushrooms, ginseng, and maca. Those are some of my favorite supplements to take and to balance out what I have going on for my hormones. And we can talk more about that as well in the future. And omega-3 fatty acids is another great one. So that is scratching the surface of how we can help balance our hormones. And I'll just review. Number 1 is de-stressing, hitting that pause button, taking time for ourselves. And number 2 is the nutrition, dialing it in for you, what's going to work best for you, but for everybody, is a large amount of green vegetables and adding on the healthy fats and proteins on top of that. So I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to talking about this more in the future with you. Thank you.